This is Donny Jackson, editor of IWCE's Urgent Communications, and today we're at IWCE 2022 on the first day of the show in Las Vegas, and we're in the Z-Tron booth, and I'm getting to speak with our good friend John Martyn. John, thanks for taking the time to speak with us.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Z-Tron booth.
All right. Well, so Z-Tron, you guys have always been known so much for fire station alerting. What's new in that area now?
Right now, we're just releasing next week our new Max Fire Station Alerting version 5.8.
Okay.
This is a whole new product for us in that we're going back to our roots. The traditional IPFSA had a fire station transponder. Now we're updating it to the next-gen digital transponder. Donny, over here, this is a view of the digital touchscreen that Z-Tron now offers for a fire station.
Mm-hmm.
Up at the top, you've got our status and apparatus condition board. These are touchscreen tiles where they can change them from available to busy, responding, out of service, customized to however your fire agency prefers to use it. Here's an example.
Okay.
Let's take a look, Donny. We're going to use the Z-Tron Special Stacked Actions, and we're going to do a full response, fire and EMS. You hear the tones. That's the classic Z-Tron tones. And you can see that we're now using these stacked actions to control the firehouse doors, turn on lights, and all kinds of things like that. Another thing that we can do is once the firehouse is left, we can actually disable. We can now shut the doors and turn everything back to normal and secure.
Okay.
Let's look at another example. Let's try the emergency response, now involving the fire station. What we see here is a specific tone for the fire station. And now, at the firehouse...
Okay, we're at the firehouse now?
They're going to get those tones, and they'll see that this is a medical alarm for the medic unit. Mm-hmm. With one touch of your hand, we're switching to responding.
Okay.
Back at dispatch,
all right,
they also get the exact same data. There it is, Medic 1 responding. Mm-hmm. But you know where else it's going? It's going back into CAD. Mm-hmm. Because our new 5.8 CAD API supports a bidirectional flow of data between the firehouse, the dispatch center, and the CAD system.
Okay, all right.
This is important because time matters, and having a source of truth when you do your record keeping of how fast your response times are is really dependent upon how fast that firefighter or EMT can notify that they are responding.
Okay.
Another thing that's typical is that once they're out making their run, they'll call in. Fire dispatch, this is Medic 1, we're responding, which is exactly what we see. But once they get on scene, fire dispatch, Medic 1, we are on scene with the patient. So obviously they can't change that from the firehouse, but they can update it in the dispatch.
Okay.
What I demonstrated was using the Max FSA console. We also support, if they do this work, through their CAD system.
Okay.
So if they were to change in CAD that they're on scene, it will be native into the Fire FSA. And back at the fire hall, you'll see that the medic unit is showing on scene. So every one of their colleagues back at the firehouse can look in their break room and see that Medic 1's on scene.
Okay, all right.
It doesn't just end there.
Oh, really?
Fire dispatch, this is Medic 1. We'll be transporting one patient to the hospital. In this case, they can also go back to their CAD and change this to transporting.
Got it.
And it's automatically updated in CAD and at the firehouse.
Wow.
And finally, dispatch, this is Medic 1. We have left our patient at the hospital. Please mark us out of service so we can get new supplies. Again, super fast and easy. out of service. It just so happens that the fire chief and the battalion chief were noticing this radio comms. Dispatch, this is Battalion Chief 1. Please move up Medic 2 to Station 1. So now we're going to go to Station 2 and find that medic. We're going to move this over to Station 1. And look now, we have a new medic available, Medic 2, in the station. And that green arrow, it's an arrow up. It's a move up.
All right.
So now everyone knows in the firehouse, when they look up on their monitor, they see Medic 2 is going to be showing up. At the dispatch center, it's easy to see that Medic 2 is not in Station 2. It's now moved up to 1. And in CAD, it's the exact same information.
Wow. And all of those things, other than the thing, all that stuff had to be transmitted over radio and retyped in at one point, right?
That's
and
right.
now all this stuff is automated.
Automated. And the cool thing is that your NDTs and your apparatus are completely connected to CAD. So if the officer is making a change in their status and saying, I am now out of service, that's the same information that we just showed you up here.
Okay. And now how much of this is stuff that, I mean, obviously you guys, updated and upgraded the software and everything, but how much of this is taking advantage of technology that's basically been created, say, in the last 5 years in terms of some of the sensors and things like that?
Well, it's a great question because our AUX-IO gateway can have hundreds and hundreds of sensors and actuators. And as we get fire stations that get upgraded with Modbus-based sensors, we can work backwards with whatever they had in the past or with the new building technology.
Okay.
So that kind of interoperability makes Z-Tron famous. We are the Switzerland of a lot of the solutions out there.
Okay, so this is future-proof.
Absolutely future-proof.
All right, very cool.
Another thing that makes this unique is that we're using modern RESTful APIs, so that bidirectional communication path is built in. It's one of the most unique APIs out there in the industry. And we are only going to extend it and make it more usable.
All right, very cool. And so all this that you're showing me today, is this available immediately, or is this something that you're showing today and you're going to bring it out later?
We have everything in stock right now, and it actually goes on sale next week.
Oh, okay.
Right on April 2nd.
All right.
So it's going to be an exciting time for all of us post the show, and we're looking forward to seeing folks at NENA and also at other fire-related conferences.
Okay. Now, if obviously if I'm new to Z-Tron, I'm going to come and buy it. If I'm already a Z-Tron customer, how do I upgrade to 5.8?
Thanks for asking, because what we wanted to make sure is people know that Z-Tron style of license-enabled software upgrades is correct. Down below is the Classic Max Dispatch. We sell the same licenses for FSA, so they can provide a combined radio dispatch and FSA off the same Max system. And these are perpetual licenses. A lot of folks are selling licenses that are annual. Right now, when you buy a Z-Tron FSA license, you get that in perpetuity until we will no longer support it.
Okay.
And the nice thing is, every time we add a new value feature, if you are a previous customer with the FSA license, you are entitled to that upgrade at no charge.
All right. Well, thanks for clarifying that. Well, I'll tell you what, John, this is awfully impressive. Congratulations on getting 5.8 out. Please keep in touch and let us know how things progress. And have a great show.
To all the great software devs at Z-Tron who actually excelled at making this possible and making our wishes come true.
All right. Well, have a great show.
Thanks, Donny.